we're here today to talk on a topic, diabetes and pregnancy. So let's see, there are many questions around who is pregnant or who is trying to become a mother. So there are majorly two categories, I would say. The first category would be you're already diabetes and you conceived, you have started with your pregnancy. Then what are the consequences or the pregnant woman has to face with diabetes? That will be your first category I will be explaining you. The first thing is, generally the people who are already diabetic, it is a bit difficult for the consumption. And if you're above 30 or 35 years, above 32 years, generally we say, and you are diabetic, then it is a bit difficult for consumption. And you have already conceived, even though you are diabetic, that is valid, but you should be aware of the risk. I would have listed a few risks in that way. The first thing is that you have to be very careful in your first trimester, because we don't know. Now your body starts to treat so much of, there will be so much of hormonal imbalance, there will be a rush of hormones in your body. As insulin is also a hormone, you will have a chance of lot of fight inside your body. So your body has to struggle a lot. So you have to be very careful, because the first trimester is many people happen to go with the miscarriages in the first trimester. That is in the first 3 months. So that is the one thing. So you should always be aware what you're eating. If you're already diabetic and not pregnant, then you have to be very careful what you're feeding your body. The second thing is, you have to be the first 2 months when the hormone changes are also happening. There is also that's a precious months first first trimester wake up, baby's body organ starts developing. So there will be a chances of any other anomalies when you are there is already a insulin disturbance in your body. Your body needs a lot of proteins, and there are chances of anomalies. You have to be careful about it. We call it as birth defects post delivery. So there are particular scans to find out that there will be anomaly scan. So you are controlling your sugar levels in the first trimester. Of course, throughout the pregnancy, you have to be careful, but the first trimester, you should be you will also have some cravings, so you should know how to manage those cravings. Second is what I spoke is about the miscarriage thing. And third, I would say there would be a chances of high blood pressure, and that could lead to preeclampsia. That's a condition. That would be maybe your umbilical cord is on maybe it is not in a proper position. It has to be normally. So there will be another set of consequences for that. And what I spoke is about hypertension. All these things, whatever I'm saying, this could also happen in a normal pregnancy too. But if you are diabetic and pregnant, and you have higher chances of all these things to happen. The other category, what I said, is about you're not diabetic, but once you conceived, you started or you developed diabetes. What we call it as gestational diabetes. So what happens in gestational diabetes is it is like handling the same thing. If you're diabetic, also the same way, but you will be most of the time will be taught insulin, the direct insulin to control the sugar level, because we can't give you more pills. That would affect the baby's growth. And what happens, doctor, if I already have a gestational diabetes, the other consequences post-delivery, most of the gestational diabetes patients remains as like type 2 diabetes. They turn to be type 2 forever. But yes, in them also, the gestational diabetes, once you are delivered, and after 6 months, we can start a reversal treatment for the people who have developed gestational diabetes. In the first case, we can actually try to reverse it. That means that you can plan for the baby, but you already have a diabetes and you became a pregnant, then those are the points which when I told you, we have to be careful about. whichever I mentioned earlier. Uh, in gestational diabetes, I'll just list out what all are the risk factor you happen to go through. So in gestational diabetes, what happens is your baby might develop with kind of like the baby will be overweight. We generally say it can go up to like 9 pounds or above as well, and then baby might that distress would lead to a some kind of respiratory issue for the baby, or it might have like some chances that sometimes the baby's head will be a bit more larger, but it's not necessary that would be anatomic thing, but there won't be any other issues sometimes. And as I said, the baby might happen to go with like uh, kind of low blood sugar levels. That can also happen, and mother becomes like forever type 2 diabetes. So during the pregnancy, either of the case it's a gestational diabetes or the person is already pregnant and already diabetic and became pregnant, that you have to know how to manage. The first thing is I will be able to talk to you about the diabetes reversal treatment when you're already pregnant. I will be able to give that. It can be done only post-delivery after 6 months of the delivery. Then only I'll be starting up the medications, because there are medications which I would not be able to give you the first 6 months post-delivery, immediate after the delivery. So don't know how can I manage my pregnancy with diabetes. Coming to that point, first thing is, it is simple. The same diet and exercises, whatever we give it for the regular diabetic patients, same thing you have to manage. You have to cut down your own other sugar and whatever the other regular food you are using. So your routine sugar has to be cut down. Instead, shift off for natural sugars. As I say, it's always fruits. Try to improvise the foods like without sugar, without ice. Try to have a fresh fruit juice. That's a one source. That fresh sugar is enough for your body. And try to give more of fluids. Not the push highly or heavy for digestion or dietary products. Try to avoid your coffee, tea, curds. I would say you can go with a Vitamix to a certain extent, but not the curds. Try to avoid these heavy milk products like paneer or any bakery products, having those ghee made of sweets or meat made sweets. Try to avoid that set of high proteins. If at all, if you have to give a high protein, that should be the protein beyond millets or vegetables, fruits, legumes, or any other. I would always prefer monoproteins instead of like we say dal, Instead of that, always try to have whole food, like whole, like it's you're having the roll. Then it should have a whole roll. It should not be a one carb, just split it one. So that would give you a better protein, and that will not increase more of a kapha with a boy. And try not to do these things. That's very important. And try to keep yourself in the movements. Like, don't, it's not necessary that you have to complete all the exercises, because considering the risk in the first trimester, you might have to rest, but you can go for a gentle walking, get feel and walking. I don't want more staples or some stuff, but yes, you can go with this. And keep a check of your blood sugar values, and definitely you would have your nephrologist help to take care of on these scans of the baby to also be monitored. If at all if any anomaly is found, then yes, there's always a solution for that. But if you could really get into this lifestyle, then I would think so you really need to be worried. The only chances would be the normal delivery expectation, the chances of organ delivery would reduce. Because we just can't take a chance, we can't see. When would, like when you're wanting a pain, your the BP might go up, that for sure, then we can't risk. The baby might go into a distress. So diabetes during the pregnancy is almost the same, however other diabetic patient happen to manage. So it's nothing you have to be very much precautionary, but you have to be very much precautionary in pregnancy is about the baby's growth. Otherwise, if you follow the same lifestyle and the diet exercises, less intensity, that itself is enough. So you won't need to really stress if you're diabetes and you're pregnant. And whoever is developed gestational diabetes, you always have a way out. You don't need to really stress yourself by thinking that you would be like forever diabetic. So you can do your diabetes post delivery. So I have covered people like diet for the diabetic fragment wishes. So there are a few more videos we have covered up those topics. But thank you.